It feels like a miracle. One day, Man United were mired in the chaos of Amorim era, a manager with the worst Premier League win rate in club history, and the next, they are back on track. In just 5 games under Michael Carrick, the mood has shifted from crisis to cautious optimism, gone all the nervy interviews and public finger-pointing, in-off sparkling wins and a quiet confidence.
On the right-hand side, Ben's one in, Shaska!
Amorim's ride had left United broken. The team crashed to the lowest league finish in a century last season, missed out on Europe, and sat 7 in mid-January 2026, a whopping 17 points off the leaders. When Carrick was officially appointed interim head coach on 13 January 2026, he inherited a club desperate for steady hands. Carrick was not chosen for his celebrity or pedigree, he was chosen for calm. As ESPN noted, club bosses felt anxious under Amorim, but with Carrick, there are no such worries. The former midfielder, briefly a caretaker in 2021, immediately promised unity and standards, reminding players that wearing the United shirt is a privilege. He even joked at his first press conference that after winning 4 straight games, he was surprised there were any questions left. The first hallmark of Carrick's tenure has been a swift, sweeping tactical reset. He scrapped Amorim's 3-4-2-1 setup and reverted to a more familiar 4-2-3-1 shape, the formation he has preferred both at United and during his free season at Middlesbrough. The result was an instant injection of freedom and clarity. Bruno Fernandes was restored to his natural note and role. He berated from defensive wing-back duties. As The Guardian observed, Carrick wisely changed course, moving Bruno back into an attacking midfield role and giving one of the world's best no-10s the freedom he needed to thrive. The difference was immediate. Bruno's creativity surged. He even had a goal and assist ruled out at City before setting up Mbeumo's opener. And United looked like a team built around the playmaker. Carrick also restored the personnel. He brought veteran Harry Maguire back into the side and recalled academy graduate Kobbie Mainoo from the bench, 2 players who had been largely frozen out under Amorim. On the flanks, he reintroduced Amad Diallo and Bryan Mbeumo as true wingers, restoring width that had been missing. In central midfield, Casemiro sat as the lone pivot, with Mainoo giving lessons alongside him to box of danger, providing a platform for Bruno and the attackers to shine. The new balance was immediately eye-catching. United defended deeper as a unit, but exploded forward on the break with precision. In Carrick's first game, Fernandes blasted a through ball to Mbeumo for the opener, a perfect illustration of the fresh counter-attacking threat it unlocked. The results have backed his tactical gamble. In his first 5 games, Carrick went unbeaten, 4 wins and 1 draw. It went topped by a 2-0 derby triumph over Manchester City and a dramatic 3-2 away win at Arsenal. Those were not routine victories. The City win was United's first Old Trafford derby success since January 2023, and the Arsenal win was their first league win at the Emirates since December 2017. He also oversaw a late 3-2 win over Fulham and a 2-0 victory against Tottenham, the 4th straight in all competitions. Not surprisingly, this flawless January earned Carrick the Premier League's Manager of the Month award, one of only 7 interim coaches ever to claim it. Off the pitch, Carrick has been just as transformational. He immediately brought a calming, no-drama ethos to the club, the exact opposite of the tumult under Amorim. There have been no public squabbles, no calls for new signings, and no scapegoating of players. Rather than issuing ultimatums, he has reminded everyone of United's values and giving the squad a clean slate. Players as desperate as veteran Harry Maguire and youngster Kobbie Mainoo have praised the renewed sense of calm. In press conferences, Carrick's tone has been measured and collective, stressing responsibility and togetherness. Carrick has also re-energized United's famed academy pipeline. On day 1, he informed several promising youth players that they trade permanently with the first team, a stark contrast to Amorim's era, when youngsters often found out about calls up only at the last minute. He's been spotted chatting with academy coaches and regularly watching U18 games, showing genuine interest in the next generation. In fact, Carrick spent his first weekend off watching Man United's under-18s play at the City of Manchester Academy. There in plain clothes, supporting the youngsters. The message was clear: the academy matters, and United's future stars have a pathway. As Rooney noted, one of Carrick's greatest contribution has been reconnecting the first team with the youth setup. The dressing rooms has noticed the shift. A former family club vibe is returning, with first team coaches showing up at academy matches and Carrick building the first team coaches at academy games into a new normal. The tangible impact of the structural changes is already seen on the pitch. United have been playing with renewed belief, patience, and structure. The team now averages controlled possession and sharp shot passing while pressing intelligently in midfield. They've also improved defensively. 3 of Carrick's 4 wins have been clean sheets, a far cry from Amorim's leaky backline. By the end of January, Carrick had secured 13 points from 15, putting United on course for a top 4 finish and even reviving the Champions League hope. As one analyst noted, United are playing with fluidity and confidence, with Fernandes pulling the strings at the center of a much improved side. The cynics one of the classic new manager bonds, but Carrick himself seems genuine about a lot of vision. He has kept a low profile in boardroom dealings and simply gone about his job. Inside sources say he barely showed any desperation to get the job and instead focused on football and player relationships. He even downplayed transfer rumors, refusing to latch onto big names or make public demands. His message: steady the ship, stabilize the club, and let results speak. The players and fans have responded enthusiastically. Dressing room leaders like Bruno Fernandes have publicly praised Carrick's methods, and younger players like Manu and Diallo look rejuvenated. And perhaps most tellingly, club legend Wayne Rooney, who knows Carrick personally, has joined the chorus of support. Rooney has said it makes sense to stick with Carrick, highlighting his calming influence and the way he's reconnected the academy with the first team. That endorsement carries weight. Rooney reportedly urged United to not overlook Carrick when searching for the permanent boss. Even the owners at Ineos can't ignore that Carrick has delivered stability and results without stirring the pot. Of course, plenty can happen in a few months of football. United's league position was 7th when Carrick took over, and they still must navigate a tough run of games. But as Reuters noted, the targets are clear. With the Cups out of the picture, a top 4 finish is paramount. If Carrick keeps United in contention for the Champions League, he'll have made a compelling case for staying on. The recruitment process is officially still open, but Carrick's flawless start, 4 wins and 1 draw in 5 games, has put him firmly in the conversation. Now the debate rages. Is Carrick simply giving United a temporary high? Or is this really the first steps of a true revival? The Manchester United board and fans have seen what a difference Carrick can make. His restored pride, tactical coherence, and a pathway for young players, all in a matter of weeks. But the ultimate decision lies ahead. Will Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the club's hierarchy battle the club legend, or continue the hunt for a high-profile outsider? Leave a comment below. I wanna hear what you think.